Thank you, Chancellor. In the interest of full transparency, I saw there was a shadow box presentation and I had to look it up. I prepared some remarks, but I didn't have a chance to memorize them, and as almost a professional public speaker, I apologize in advance, but I really like what I said, so apologies if I don't, apologies if I kind of read it more than anything else. So it's called Choices, little piece. If you're a cynic, you think there is little you decide in life. You don't decide when, where, and who you are born to, and when, where, and how you die. Cynics focus on fate. Cynics focus on predetermination. Cynics focus on acceptance and resignation. Maybe you know people like that. If you're an idealist, you think about the infinite choices you can make in life. You decide so many things. You decide what you do, where you live, who you live with, who and what is in your sandbox. You focus on possibility. You focus on opportunity and leveraging it. You surely know people like that. They're seated all around you. WashU is an institution of engaged idealists. It thinks about what we can do together. It searches for idealists through student admissions, faculty and administrative hiring, and every choice it makes. We constituents of the university believe to our very core that choices matter. We believe that discovery, that research, that study of our past, that understanding actions and consequences, that understanding history, that dialectic, that all we do helps us educate the idealists and decision makers of tomorrow. We believe that educated and engaged idealists make the world a better place. We don't do this just for ourselves. The institution is not here to feed itself. WashU is not doing this in a bubble. Our chancellor has made clear that we are responsible, we are accountable, and we are in the picture. We are relevant to the world's challenges and problems. We are in the frame, not looking at the frame. We are on the motorcycle and not in the car. My favorite book, Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance, Robert Pirsig said, "You see things vacationing on a motorcycle in a way that is completely different from any other. In a car, you're always in a compartment. And because you're used to it, you don't realize that through that car window, everything you see is just more TV. You're a passive observer, and it is all moving by you boringly in a frame. On a cycle, the frame is gone. You're completely in contact with it all. You're in the scene, not just watching it. And the sense of presence is overwhelming. That concrete whizzing by 5 inches below your foot is the real thing. The same stuff you walk on, it's right there, so blurred you can't focus on it, yet you can put your foot down and touch it anytime. And the whole thing, the whole experience, is never removed from immediate consciousness. At WashU, the frame is gone. We are in the scene, not just watching it. This needs to be the calling for any university that will survive the new questioning of their value. The law school, as a part of WashU, plays a key and unique role in educating the idealists of tomorrow. The law school sits at the intersection of idealism and cynicism. Ideas clash by design at the law school. We study and teach controversy and historical controversies. We teach dialectic. We teach pendulum. We believe out of the clash of lies, the truth will emerge, or at least some brokered truth we all can live with. Law schools produce leaders. We need leaders who can handle controversy, who can advocate, who can weigh arguments, who can civilly debate, who can judge, who can negotiate, who can mediate and arbitrate, who can see around walls and corners and help others do so. Our choice to give to WashU Law, in large part, is grounded in our desire to create better leaders. Our gift is a family gift. In our family, we have WashU graduates of arts and sciences, engineering, business, and law. Our children, all but one of their spouses, are graduates of WashU. Evie and I believe in education and the opportunities it provides for the idealistic children we have raised. It will be interesting to see what our now 6 grandchildren decide to do. Education transformed our lives and our family. To say we had nothing would be an understatement. My father, David Nickerson, only completed the 8th grade, ran away from a foster home with enough money for a haircut, and lived on the streets of Chicago homeless for years until he finally lied about his age to get into the Air Force. He ultimately became a math professor. My sister's a math professor at San Diego State. We learned as a family that the path to choices was paved with education. But even pursuing education, we faced amazing challenges. When we were in law school, we had an aunt and uncle in Casey, Illinois, about 2.5 hours drive on Highway 70 East. They were both teachers, and my Uncle Bob was the high school basketball coach. They owned a little dairy bar in the town of 3,000. I remember when Evie and I would run out of money and food at the same time, but we had a gas credit card. We tried to buy food with it once, and they made us put it back. Remember that, honey? I know where that gas station is, and I may just buy it. I think I will. Get on that, son, all right? We would drive to Casey, load up with a week worth of food in a cooler, and drive back to St. Louis. We're delighted and honored with our new law dean, Stephanie Lindquist. I'll leave it to the chancellor to talk more about her, but I was fortunate to be on the search committee, and I just want to share a couple of observations. When she came to interview, she had researched everyone she would meet with and had collected great tidbits on about 72 people. Más o menos. She treated everyone like the unique person they were. She's an idealist of the highest order, and yet she combines it with crisp execution. Technology reshaping law? No problem. She immediately held a conference. AI, a new challenge and opportunity? She brings in an expert, travels everywhere to learn more about it, and takes it head on. Love that about her. She's going to be incredible. She already is. Our family gift arises from our profound respect and love for education, our profound respect and love for WashU, that is not just studying the world, but is in the world, and our desire to craft and shape idealistic leaders of the future at WashU Law. There is no one better to do this than the new Nickerson Dean, Stephanie Lindquist. Thank you.